topic we chose to study, the restaurant we chose to study was Subway. The three healthiest choices out of 6-inch footlongs we found at Subway were the chicken breast, the turkey breast, and the roast beef. And we found these to be most healthiest because of the protein, the vegetables, and the low amount of sodium that you intake. Number one, the chicken breast sandwich contains the highest amount of calories, but you are getting the recommended amount of protein and not eating unhealthy. Has 320 calories, 1.5 grams of saturated fat, 750 milligrams of sodium, and 23 grams of protein. You would eat the chicken breast sandwich instead of the meatball marinara sandwich because the meatball marinara sandwich contains 580 calories, 9 grams of saturated fat, 1,530 milligrams of sodium, and 24 grams of protein. You have double the sodium intake, double the amount of each calories, and only getting 1 gram of protein. The second choice was the roast beef sandwich. It contains 310 calories, 1.5 grams of saturated fat, 840 milligrams of sodium, and 26 grams of protein. Eat this instead of the feast sandwich. The feast has 550 calories, 9 grams of saturated fat, 2,610 milligrams of sodium, and 39 grams of protein. Even though the sandwich is providing variety, it isn't a healthy choice. The feast also has doubled in calories and tripled in sodium intake. The third was the turkey breast sandwich. It is the healthiest item on the menu. It has 280 calories, 1 gram of fat, 910 milligrams of sodium, 18 grams of protein. The turkey breast sandwich has increased in sodium, but if you are watching your daily calorie intake, it would be the best choice that provides you with variety. Eat this instead of the Big Philly cheesesteak. The Big Philly cheesesteak has 520 calories, 9 grams of saturated fat, 1,710 milligrams of sodium, and 39 grams of protein. The major problems we found with Subway was the sodium intake. Subway can provide healthier choices, but it is also incredibly high on sodium. Based on a 2,000 calorie diet, the recommended sodium intake is 24 milligrams. In some sandwiches at Subway, you can eat your daily recommended amount of sodium in one sandwich, such as the feast. Salads from Subway contain high amounts of sodium. For example, the ham salad has 850 milligrams of sodium, and most people add dressing. So let's say that you add 2 ounces of fat-free Italian dressing to that salad, which has 720 milligrams of sodium. The amount of sodium for the ham salad with fat-free Italian dressing is 1,570 milligrams, but then the Big Mac from McDonald's has 1,400 milligrams of sodium. So when eating at Subway, watch out for the amount of sodium that you may be consuming. You never know what you could be eating in your daily intake. And that's our report on Subway. topic we chose was GMOs. What are GMOs? GMOs are genetically modified organisms that are being created by scientists around the world. Scientists can create plants, animals, and microorganisms by manipulating genes in a way that doesn't occur naturally. What's wrong with genetic engineering? GMOs can spread through nature, interbreed with natural organisms that can then contain non-GE environments in an unforeseeable and uncontrollable way. GMOs release genetic pollution and is a major threat because GMOs cannot be recalled once released into the environment. The governments are attempting to address the threat of GE internationally through the biosafety protocol. Being able to take the genetic material from one organism and insert it into the permanent genetic code of another, biotechnologists have engineered numerous creations, such as potatoes with bacteria genes, super pigs with human growth genes, fish with cattle growth genes, tomatoes with flounder genes. These type of creations are being called Frankenstein foods that are now being patented and released into the environment. The pros of GMOs are genetically engineered foods is cost efficient because it's designed to resist pests and prosper under non-optional conditions. It can also help people in areas where regular crops could not prosper. It can be naturally pest resistant and thus reduce the need for additional chemicals, pesticides, and other dangerous additives. It can provide more nutrients and faster growth. The cons of GMOs are potential health impact, allergens, transfer of antibiotic resistance, potential environmental impact, unintended transfer of transgenes through cross-pollination, labeling not mandatory in some countries such as the United States. What do you believe and what do we think? Well, GMOs shouldn't be released into the environment since there is not an adequate scientific understanding of what their impact on the environment and human health could be. Genetically engineering of the food we eat is an inherently risky process. Current understanding of genetics is extremely limited and scientists don't know the long-term effects of releasing these unpredictable organisms to the environment. Although labeling doesn't fully address the concerns of G ingredients, it is the least allows the consumer to make informed choices and decisions. There's no doubt that GM food supply should be closely monitored and regulated, but ask yourself, would you really want to eat these Frankenstein foods?